Join me as we explore the fascinating world of Komodo dragons and uncover the secrets behind their incredible self-cloning abilities. Komodo dragons are pretty fascinating creatures, but one of the most mind-blowing things about them is their reproductive capabilities. These massive reptiles have evolved some remarkable strategies to ensure their survival. And today, we're going to explore one of the most incredible, their ability to self-clone. Astonished face. 1. The challenge of reproduction. Reproduction can be a challenge for reptiles in general. They often require very specific conditions to mate and lay eggs, and even then, there's no guarantee of success. Now, let's talk about the Komodo dragons' situation. Their habitat is pretty limited, and finding a suitable mate can be tough. So, how do they overcome this issue? Thinking face. Well, one of the ways they do it is by self-cloning. Yep, you heard that right. They can create offspring without the need for male fertilization. But before we get into how this works, let's take a step back and look at why it's even necessary. 2. Why self-cloning? Komodo dragons are apex predators, meaning they're at the top of the food chain. This is great for them because they don't have many natural predators controlling their population. But that also means they need to regulate their numbers to avoid overpopulation, which could lead to starvation. So, how do they do that? One way is by controlling the number of females that reproduce. But what if there are no males around? Well, that's where self-cloning comes into play. Hushed face, it allows the Komodo dragons to reproduce even when males are scarce or completely absent. 3. How does self-cloning work? The process of self-cloning in Komodo dragons is called Parthenogenesis, a type of asexual reproduction where an offspring grows from an unfertilized egg. This means that the offspring is genetically identical to the mother. Talk about a family resemblance. DNA. In Komodo dragons, parthenogenesis usually happens when fertilization by a male doesn't take place, maybe due to isolation or a lack of available mates. So, what happens next? The female lays eggs, and some of them hatch into offspring that are clones of the mother. Pretty wild, right? 4. Real-world example. One fascinating example of this in action was in 2006, when researchers at Chester Zoo in the UK observed parthenogenesis in a Komodo dragon named Flora. Flora had lived at the zoo for years with no contact with males. Despite this, she still laid several eggs, some of which hatched into healthy offspring. This was a huge breakthrough in understanding Komodo dragon reproduction. Microscope. It showed that even in controlled environments, Komodo dragons could self-clone, and that's a pretty big deal when it comes to understanding how they adapt and survive in the wild. 5. The bigger picture. This study has some huge implications. It demonstrates that Komodo dragons can overcome reproductive challenges in ways we're still learning about. It also opens up a ton of questions about the role of parthenogenesis in other species and how it might help conserve endangered populations. Conclusion. In conclusion, Komodo dragons are truly remarkable creatures with some amazing survival strategies. Their ability to self-clone is just one of the many ways they've adapted to thrive in their environment. Lizard. What do you think about Komodo dragons and their self-cloning abilities? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And hey, if you're interested in learning more about amazing animal adaptations, check out our video on the incredible camouflage abilities of octopuses. Octopus. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wild discoveries. See you in the next video. Waving and